Hi, and welcome to our December 2014 Toronto Real Estate Market Report. The listing inventory for December continued to be at record lows, which prevented higher sales. I'll comment more on that in this broadcast as we go through the market report. So let's review some of the Toronto Real Estate Board statistics and see what this is all about. Sales were up 10% for December compared to the average, with 4,446 houses and condominiums changing hands in all the districts. Condo, townhouse, and high-rise suites increased their share of the market to 36.7%, as they usually do in December, with 1,631 units being sold. The December average sale price for all GTA homes came in at $556,602, up 7% from 2013. The active listing inventory is one of the strongest indicators of how smooth or outrageous the market's going to be. We had a 27% decline in inventory for the month of December compared to historical numbers, and lower by 10% from last year at this time. The sales to listings or percent chance of selling ratio is how we determine what type of market we're actually in. 24 to 28% is a neutral market, below 24 is a buyer's market, and above 28% is a seller's market. In December, that ratio finished at 43.5%, up 8% from last year's result, and the second highest we've ever had for the month. By the numbers, the overall market is in busy seller market territory. The days on market average for the entire Toronto Real Estate Board was 32, 8 days slower than in November. There's still higher buyer demand than the number of available listings can handle. Overall, we didn't end the year with best ever sales, but it was the second best in TREB history, with a total of 92,867 houses and condominiums changing hands over the entire year. So let's look at what's happening in the downtown Toronto condominium market. West of Yonge and south of Bloor in the CO1 TREB district, the average sale price for December and the year end was just under $442,600. That number represented a modest 3.2% increase from the same time last year. With 217 condo sales in the month, the numbers were up 14% compared to 2013. There were 878 active listings on the market in December, a slight 6.8% increase from last year. The ratio of sales to listings dropped slightly to 24.7%, which leaves CO1 in neutral market territory. The average days on market came in at 40, which was 8 days slower than in November. Now, east of Yonge and south of Bloor in the CO8 TREB district, the average sale price for the month and year end was just over $439,700. That number represented a vigorous 8.2% increase from December of 2013. And with 71 condo sales in the month, the numbers were 10% lower than last year. There were 236 active listings on the market in December, 6% below 2013. The ratio of sales to listings dropped back to 30.1% in December. That number puts CO8 just barely into seller market territory. And the average days on market came in at 32, 1 day slower than last month. Now, throughout the entire year, 3,551 condos were sold in CO1, up 13.5% or 422 suites from 2013. Now, this seems to be quite a small turnover increase compared to the number of new units which were completed and registered throughout the CO1 district last year. Now, this is actually good news for the condo market because it shows that there's not a rush to sell new suites once they're finished and occupied. This conclusion is backed up by the fact that throughout the entire Toronto Real Estate Board, only 2,000 additional condos were sold in 2014 compared to 2013, while there were over 20,000 new suites delivered by builders to their new owners. So what do we think will be the defining or memorable events affecting real estate in Toronto and the GTA over the next 12 months? Finally, 7 years after the 2008 economy meltdown, it'll be time for mortgage interest rates to take a wee tweak upwards. I'm not forecasting a big number, but most likely a 1/4 to 0.5% increase sometime in the later half of the year. It definitely will continue to be a seller's market in Toronto, although less so throughout the surrounding GTA communities, mainly due to a lack of listing inventory. The average sale price in 2014 increased by 8.4% from 2013. We've only had 2 other years, 2007 and 2010, which had higher appreciation levels. I'd expect that the appreciation number for 2015 will be in the 6 to 7% range over the entire year. Although condominium price appreciation west of Yonge in the CO1 district was just 3.2%, sales were brisk and there was certainly no big influx of new listings on the market. It was nice and steady, which is the way we like it. As more and more new condos get built downtown, the better and better people like it, except maybe for the increased vehicle traffic. Having more pedestrians out on the sidewalk helps to bring in lots of businesses, which makes a neighborhood more exciting, which then makes living downtown even more attractive. That momentum is definitely happening. Expect to see lots more boomers exchanging their suburban lifestyle for a more exciting one downtown as the year and this decade continue. So what's the best way to make your first baby step into Toronto's real estate market? Make a call or send an email to your favorite RE/MAX Hallmark professional and set up a conversation over a coffee to discuss what your buying or selling options going forward might be. Remember to check back here in early February for our January 2015 Toronto Real Estate Market Report.